I always do this after I had breakfast? I should probably just be happy that I'm taking my breakfast on time. Hello everyone! Welcome back to translating slash localizing Angels and Scaly Wings into Dutch, where today we're going to finish off Chapter 1, which is one of the bigger, beefier chapters because it has one of the big plot dumps. I'm pretty sure the dates are going to be shorter because there's a lot more conditionals and stuff. Actually, this one has a lot of, like, shit going on, so I guess that doesn't help either. Like, it has a lot of these lines. Like, it might look like a lot, but when you realize it, a lot of it, like, this compounds it, this makes it worse, but then there's just 100 of these 4 lines that really don't do anything, and then this part's also pretty useless. So do I know what this is? Not as much as it really looks like. So let's move on. What song are we playing today? Oh, fuck, I got my downloads up. What the fuck are all these files even? I don't even care. Oh, that's my RPA tool. That's nice. Files. Basic guitar. Oh, I like this one. The song gets on my nerves after a bit, though. Especially when I'm trying to think. Like, it's not a good thinky song. It's really bad for thinking. Which is fine, because you're supposed to be reading and enjoying a book, but you get the point. You get the fucking point. Oh my god, the fucking... Every single time, I just feel the emotions again. I feel the sensations. Which is very good, indicative. God damn, I got a bunch of stuff on the drawing backlog. As in 2 things, which is more than usual, which is nothing. I gotta draw a new character I bought, and I gotta draw some more Angels and Scaly Wings art, because fuck, this game is great. You know, I should probably just do it at the end of one of these fucking videos. It's just draw something. Gotta draw something! It's weird, I had a pretty clear head and I started making mistakes anyway. Like, the thing that gets me the most is my first playthrough is such a magical thing compared to the rest of them. Like, once you do it once, the whole thing starts to repeat itself. But that first time, fuck if that wasn't great. God damn. I want that back. I want that the fuck back. But I never can. Ugh. It's like, what an experience for a game to leave you with. Is the realization that like, in a sense, that's kind of an unintended message you get because you skip through so many things so many fucking times, is the first time is the moment that you will always remember, the moment that sticks with you. And every other time, it's just kind of like, eh. Fucking hell, man. Gah. I guess this is also therapy then, isn't it? It's me getting over this crap. I half want to do Snake Pass then instead of Evil Land, because Evil Land is just getting on my fucking nerves. Forgot, need to have one of these open. With Google Translate. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there we go. It's pretty on the point. It's nothing to say. It's just fucking the sentences. Which is boring. I like it when I got something to say, because then there's something to say. It's like, oh, this is the nuances. But here it's like, yeah, it doesn't hurt to give myself a headache over this, so I went and read a book, and then the next day, a lot of questions were still hanging in my head. Maybe I should have called the police station about the situation. Shouldn't, but it was natural to do. I removed this reference because I don't think... Oh, fuck hell. Well, that was exactly what I thought it was. Namely, a big fat meeting. I forgot I had an appointment. And it turns out that appointment was today. Jesus, man. Jesus. Ah, I just took some meditation. So let's get back into the music. God. See, the reason I remember this is, there's a point where I thought, let's listen on the music, and listen on the music, it was this, and I was like... So this is kind of hard. I don't know what kind of though this is. So I'm going to say, unfortunately, it didn't take long. Or I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately. Like, the amount of times these words are used and I don't know the context of them is very, very big. Very big. So this is pretty much the same thing. It's like, ah, chief of police, really planning to be my security for today. It's a little bit different. Like, it's more like, was he really planning to do this instead of did Bryce take it upon himself? Like, it's fair to properly nuance this, but it's kind of like, really? Come on, you're commissioner. You can do better. I love how this setup is like, his brow, and he's like, like the situation's still a bit grumpy. Even though Bryce was a super chill guy. Oh, fuck this. Fuck this. Okay, so this is a fucking hard one. Let me shift over here and put this over here. Warden. Okay, För Ossen. Oh, no, yeah. I knew it. I fucking knew it. It's this one. See, when it's only with one R... when it's only with one R, it refers to ashifying something. Let's see what Google Translate makes of it. It's really nice to see what Google Translate does with these very... Yeah, pretty much that. Yeah, this is pretty much the same thing. It's like, not really, but I expect this will be bad news. Huh, cool. So this is like, yeah, I'm afraid you're right. Actually... Yeah, this is a little bit better. So, like, Bryce talks very lax, so let's use a very lax sentence. He's like, well, but first, how are you doing? Because the way this is set up, I don't know. It might not work well in Dutch. Because he starts off with bad news, and then he asks a question. I don't know. That requires some sort of sentence structure to explain what the hell he's doing, but sure. Better than yesterday, that's as much as I can say with certainty. Sort of, you know, like, yeah, this is all I really can talk. Oh, let's go for a walk. Bryce, you and your walks. Like, I want to phrase this right. The way this is sentenced right now is it's not a question. It's a bit more forceful. And I kind of want to capture it. Let's go. Although, this is one of those sentences that you can read as very threatening. So it kind of makes sense that this is just not a question. Bryce is a big boy with big boy butts. God fucking damn it, that's going to come up at some point. Which is exactly why I'm saving Bryce and Anna's... Oh, fuck no. If I save Anna's ending, I'm going to have to deal with all the fucking cancer. With all the cancer. And yes, saying cancer is a valid swear in Dutch. You are literally calling cancer, and it's still offensive. What a hilarious sentence. What a hilarious language. It's also, by the way, it's called route instead of route. It's kind of interesting. How the word's very similar, but, you know, it's always kind of neat. Especially since this should be route, if anything. let's see what the video games have to say. Yeah, like it doesn't use the little thing, so it should be route, but no, it's route. Fuck me, I guess. Okay, so we took a different route. This time we took a different route yesterday, so basically that. And I had the idea, so it was more just a little walk. Like this is, wandering is walk, and then we got this specifically going for a walk. Although we say in wandering maken, as in making a walk. And the acha is the diminutive form, so now it's a small walk. You usually do that as pleasantry or to be nice. It's basically like saying something's kawaii. It's a cutification of something. So this is an odd sentence structure because nothing here is actually questioning anything, but this, it's like, let me take a guess. Res hasn't been found yet. The idea is that the sentence overall is like, confirm my guess. So that's why it's, I don't know, I guess it would technically be a punctuation mark, but it is a question and it requires an answer. I don't know. Let's see if Google Translate can translate. It refers me to Arabic, so fuck me, I guess. Like, why is he asking this? Like, he's only been here a couple of days. Unless he's been smooching dragons, he really has no place he gives a shit about. Okay, so this is a little bit different, but it kind of held it out. We hoped he would have turned himself in by now, instead of coming back. Any idea where he could be hiding? So that's, like, it's essentially trying to point that, yes, he's probably hiding somewhere. Or where he could, well, actually, guess where he could be. Although the implication is you're talking to a police chief about someone who's on a run. And he probably would have to hide from the elements, so it gets a double meaning. It works, it works. Oh, fucking hell, shit, I removed the... Like, there's one mistake I cannot make. And that is removing the final quotation marks. That breaks the code, which is very bad. A location that... Yeah, God, I'm having a deja vu right now, but fuck me. A location that means something to him. Yeah, like, I don't know how to translate that. And he says, also, or something like that. You know, it's kind of like he's being chill. Although, if we're going to say that, yeah, let's just stick with this because the double meaning works fine. So here's the... No, not really. That's literally what it says. We didn't have a lot of time to talk each other up yesterday. So this is funny, because the way this is phrased is actually specifically we didn't have time to catch up. Instead of we don't have much time to talk. Because what he's asking for is really catch-up talk, and not talk-talk. Talk-talk would be, you know... Like, this particular is the final question, so I'm going to refer to that as sort of the jump-off point for the character. Not to mention it's not that big of a disgrace to mention that they're talking up. They're catching up. God damn fucking language, man. Oh yeah. Oh, fuck. So there's that too, is sort of implying, yes, let's not forget that happened. So I'm going to say, literally, let's not forget what happened. Let's not forget that. That's an important detail. So here's like, I have no idea where Wes would do something like that. I got the impression that he and Maverick didn't get along well, but this is, that aside, how is he? Yeah, this, by the way, is a little bit difficult to do, because Dutch doesn't really like you slapping things on the end like that. It looks a bit awkward. Also talks a bit awkward, because you're shifting context. Big context for big boys. We've already confirmed, Bryce is a big boy. I like how he says, yeah, everything's fine with Maverick, but there's enough blame for everyone. Actually, let's turn it to this. Yeah, so he's basically saying, yeah, Maverick's fine, don't worry your fucking ass about it, but there's enough blame for everyone. Don't even think it's just him. And you had that right, they couldn't get a lot. Like, the way this sentence is, it's a lot sloppier than it really should be for a commissioner of police. Like, I'm really wanting to put that idea of, like, Bryce is chill. Bryce is a chill boy. Professional, but chill. He's not going to bore you with big words. He can't open the books to read the big words, so where would he get them from? Remy, help this man. He needs the big words to be the big boy. Look at how much he fucking has brow and stern. Goddamn, Bryce. Chill up. Okay, statement. How the fuck do I translate statement? I think this one would be the best one. Aangifte. So this is literal, just, do you know anything about that? According to his report, Maverick says, yeah, basically Maverick says he had the idea that Rav was planning some sort of attack. And I guess this doesn't really have to be here. So it's straight to the point, works fine, let's move on. Yeah, it's basically like, yeah, he had the impression something was gonna happen, but not that he was planning anything himself. Yeah, not much to say about this one, just straightforward. So, here's another one of those fucking just awful sentences. No, that wouldn't make any sense. None of this is making any sense. What? So yeah, so I decided to correct this because it doesn't really correct, but here it's like it's actually confronting Bryce with the idea of like, listen, Bryce, this isn't very smart. Think about it. That's not very logical, is it? Like, it's trying to capture the idea of the sentence. The idea is, you're kind of trying to hammer home that it doesn't make any sense, but the way it's phrased, it just sounds like you're repeating yourself, and it sounds stupid. And they're just like, nah, it doesn't make any sense. Think about it. That's not very logical. Okay, so I decided to rephrase it. It's not very logical or useful. Like, essentially, it has meaning. It's meaningful. Why build up this entire deal and then throw it all away for something else? Yeah, so there we go. So it really hammers home the point that, yeah, it doesn't make any sense for this to be a planned idea. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, here it says, you already have the PDAs. We don't have anything. We really have nothing to show for ourselves. If we had bad intentions, we could have done it better. So it kind of, like this, like, it would have been a very good idea to say, you know what, let's just make it, if we could have done better. Like, if this was the bad plan, there are better bad plans out there. Evil plans, at least. God, see, the funny thing is, bad and evil, it's a lot easier to do that in Dutch. It's a lot more common to call bad people bad, and bad work bad. And it's just, fuck, man. Fuck this. I should call this fucking translating fucking Angels of Scaly Wings. Fuck nuts. Fun fact. There's a Dutch swear, which is just clothes. I don't know where it comes. Let's look it up. Let's look the fuck up and see where it comes from, because I'm really concerned. Oh, it means, yeah. Oh no. I love this. I love how someone put this here. Yeah, so it just means something's bad. It doesn't actually... Yeah, here. Clear liar. Maybe that's to do with it. No! It doesn't have any origin. It's just a word. That's great. We just have words that mean things. But they're not really words either. Oh, I know how to phrase this. Like, how much longer has Rez even been here? I don't know. Anyways, like, yeah, it's a good point. I believe you, but most here will only trust Maverick's report. So, basically, the idea is, yeah, they will only trust him. He is, after all, the only one who's seen Maverick. So, this one, degene. I think it's degene that's attached. Yep. Yeah. So, it's pretty sloppy. It's not, like, formal, and I like that. I think it works well for Bryce. Except when he starts talking to, like, the Missy. Like, he's talking to you as a person. Like, you're ambassador, yes, but it's pretty clear that you've both been taken down a notch. He also has no reason to be nice to you. He's reason to be nice to you, but not reason to be formal, is the point. Especially since you're in a very complicated situation of both being a suspect, a victim, a suspect, a key witness, and an ambassador. You're in a situation where just politeness is kind of a mess. Okay, we're almost at the section where decisions are made. So yeah, this is basically, yeah, it doesn't mean he can follow you without any reason, and he basically went outside of the rules. And I'm happy you're fine. So that's all that. Like, I love how Bryce is like, is that so? And I don't know what, I don't think even Bryce knows what to make of it at this point. He's just like, what? You're gonna threaten me with death? What? Oh no, video games! Fuck, Jesus Christ, how do I translate this? Ah, I'm stuck. So the previous part, if he wasn't forced on sick leave, he would be on, he would be suspended. Yeah. Wait until this case, yeah. Fucking hell. Shit, finally. God, it's so easy, so straightforward. I love how, oh God, I have to copy the sentence so many times. Yeah, so this is pretty much on point. We got a lot to do. Wounded Dragon, Missing Human. This could eventually become a diplomatic crisis. There we go. I'm gonna go back and make sure I do that. Yeah, he just says, I swear we'll do it. I don't know, it's very hard to say that I personally guarantee it. Excel persona caught on data. I know, that sounds a little too fancy for Bryce at this point. I mean, in English it's fine. But you don't really say that very often in Dutch. Like, Dutch is a language about being a casual fucktard. Which is ironic, since we actually have formal you-set words, but... Yeah. So this is like, there's still a chance that Rez just shows up and we can all do, we can just make this go away in quiet, in silence, without nobody having to worry about anything. Let's turn off the music because this shit's... No, God, shit, yeah, fuck, oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I don't want everything ruined by a misunderstanding. Like, it's an unfortunate incident, so you could I'll just phrase this misunderstanding, just to kind of, give us a sense that it's all just a big problem. Um, yeah, here he goes back to let's keep it quiet. Keep quiet. That's a hard one. Yeah, so here we go. Of course, it's best to stay silent. I guess this is really hard to translate. At least it'll be a lot harder if everyone's panicking while there's nothing going on. So here Bryce is being a bit optimistic. A lot more optimistic than here, but it's really tough to translate properly. Again, we have a second run in which we can fix a majority of the problems. So this is kind of odd. So this het refers to the statement, the idea, and then het beste is just like the best. It's fucking weird sentence structures. God damn, I underestimated how much there is left. Okay, how much longer we got? A bunch. Oh my god. It's already been half an hour, so I think we're not going to be rushing through this. We'll see where we are in 30 minutes. Jesus, what a sentence. Wait, isn't it catastrofe? Actually, this should just be incline. Yeah. There we go. Not much to say about that, although it's a bit clumsier. Oh yeah, this is where Bryce figures out that shit actually hit the fan! And we're all fucked! Well, let's load up threats. Something else for once. When the fuck does this song play? Oh, fuck. Ugh. Been lucky so far, but no. Won't hit the floor. So I'm taking a couple liberties because it sounds a bit better. Oh, no. Oh, no, what did I do? Oh, fuck. Okay, no. When he came back, he was stopped with someone who was wearing a serious face after he spoke for a long time, although I couldn't understand anything from here. After the conversation, Bryce went to me. Here, though, it knows how to fucking stop sentences without being too long. Like, what the hell? Yeah, this is really cool. So, the way I phrased it is he's now involved with a murder as suspect. You know, it adds a little extra zing. I don't know, it just sounds better. Mort! Oh, no! Yeah, this is pretty much on point. Although we don't think we have a proper term for crime scene. Yeah, that one exists, and I did use it. And now we get to this fucking part. You know, considering that this isn't exactly, like, how common is dragon murder that the majority of the city is perfectly fine with a bunch of dead people? Like, 3 people die! At the very least! And everyone's just fine with this. Like, Katsuharu's like, eh! And Kevin's like, eh! Jesus Christ, Kevin! Katsuharu, your public figures, you're very much on a to-kill list, if anything. So this is a little bit different. Your appreciation, your hope would be very much appreciated, and it's a good sign to show to everyone else that you're on our side. And after yesterday, your reputation could use a bit of a boost. You'd understand that. So it kind of splits out the sentence, but it carries the original idea. I think it's going to need a rewrite. This is fucking stupid, and I love it. So here it's like, you turned him down for 99 times. And here it's like, you disappointed Bryce for 99 times. Go get him! And here it's, you showed Bryce the door 99 times, which is basically dismissing someone. You need to find a new hobby. It's specifically saying, you can't do this anymore. I like this. This is the good sass. I love how that first one also counts. I've never ever seen Implore used all that much, so... Oh man, like, I can't translate this particular one. I don't think there's a real way to translate this. Especially not since Implore is apparently begging. I'm thinking. Fuck it, I'm gonna put So Marketor in here. Yeah! But I gotta go poop. Because I, for some reason, always have to. I'm stuck in a rut, and it's a very mysterious Choco rut. Man, that sucks. Sorry about the, window went away. And I think I got something here. This is a bit better. Ik sta erop, as in I stand by this. Like, come on. Like, when I originally saw a lot of these achievements, I was pretty excited. And there was some emotion. God fucking damn it, man. Like, the disassembly of everything is just so painful. It hurts! Aw. Yeah. So, yeah, this is kind of like... I decided to be a bit more on the point. Like, the original one is, I respectfully decline, so I thought I'll respectfully ask again. I think I'm going to respectfully ask again. So yeah. So it's like, I got the idea that it wasn't really a question, instead of I don't have a choice. But you're right, we need to find Reza, and if my help provides the winning ticket, then I'll be along. Zo mag ik het horen. There, I hope I got it out of my system. So this is a bit, like on the way there, he gave me a couple of tips and some preparation. I studied biology, so the sight of a dead... Nah, I'll just go for this one. Animal didn't hurt me. It was an interesting question, if it mattered, whether the corpse was a dragon or a human. So yeah, it kind of tries to capture the idea, and it's pretty brief comparatively. Oh fuck, I'm 40 minutes in. Okay. Fuck, cause of death, cause of death. Cause of death, that's a hard one. I got one in head, but it doesn't work. Oh, that is the term. That doesn't work. Really, no music change here? Oh, whatever, I'll turn it off anyway. Jesus Christ, this is really going to take another pass, because this is just some tough stuff to translate properly. Like, what kind of scene is this? There's a human and a dragon bowing over a corpse, and one of them's like, "No, don't come any closer! Don't come any closer!" There's a word for this. So yeah, romtouristen. That's a fucking term. It's like you come here just to see some fucking shit. It's what happens when you get traffic jams both ways. There we go. There we go. Period, period, period. I don't think we have something like RIP. We say rest in peace, yeah, but we don't do RIP. Yep. Yeah, it's just like to see it as a test and tell what you can discover. Do your best. Here we got Riv. Just fucking like like I want to do something funky, but I don't know any. I'm not familiar with the Dutch crowd, which is why I want someone else to help out. Fuck. A wingspan. I know the fucking term. You can just throw that in. No, not blood loss. Don't do that. Yeah, there we go. And now we get to the fucking part that's really fucking hard. Yap! The fuck is that word doing here? Oh, I didn't know that. I did not know that. And here comes hell. This sucks, because this is just all over the place, and it's really hard to translate as a result. There we go. Pretty much on point. Nothing much to say. It just says, what do they mean, instead of what are they telling you. Yeah, it's just like, oh, that's pretty far-fetched. Like, why? Why? I like your first. God, I forgot. There's like hundreds of suicide answers too. Like this is funny when you write it, but holy shit, translation makes it hard. Yeah, pretty much on point. I love writing Bryce. There's something about it that makes me snicker when I get to write his answers. Yeah, I had to specify they're straight and they're sort of equal. Like they're not jagged edges. Like it's a sharp weapon. I like this, by the way. You get two answers for actually it doesn't. And then Bryce says, dude, you're fucking stupid. But here you don't get a negative answer. Because it's like, yeah, you can't know that. You can't fucking know that. In fact, you specifically had a scene. So the game actually acknowledged this, and for that I'll give it a thumbs up. So he's like, I think a murder weapon's pretty important with a murder. uh, I could phrase it a little different. That's a little too snippy for Bryce, though. Yeah, this works fine. You think the murder weapon doesn't matter? Like, this works better in Dutch, because in Dutch it's like, the word is literally in the word! You know? Ah, that's the point. Oh, fuck, I forgot. I need to turn on investigation. I completely forgot. He's like, actually, yeah, well, some. Like, he's a little more defensive. Like, okay, I understand. To give the player the impression that, yeah, this isn't a bad answer. You're not going to get caught down on this. I'll just use the general term, because specifying that it's a pistol... Like, he does use a pistol, but some nuance is lost in this sense. So here I specify... Like, here's the thing. In English, you can call things guns. Pretty fine. In Dutch, it's a little more inclined to start calling things a pistol. Because we don't have gun culture, so it's like, yeah, you're just gonna call it that way. I don't know. Actually, now that I think... Like, a good one I could use are the Tintin novels, because it's a Dutch translation that features a lot of guns. Yeah, they usually refer to it as it is. So this is why I hate this, is now... I have to go fucking here. Oh, god damn it. Wait, this gives you a plus answer? That's stupid. Dexterity. There's not much to say here, really. Although, this is usually refers to agility and dexterity. So it's like, fuck! You end up with a problem. But yeah, I'm very interested this is the +1 answer. I don't think it matters in the end score too much, but there you go. Oh, fuck, we're just gonna stick to Javier. Let's not complicate things. If it's important enough, we can just do it as we need to. Like, I guess that's one thing they did say, is don't change, they did say don't change its context too much. Like, okay, it's like a tiny localization check to call it a pistol, but I do think that, yeah, this is a step too far to take it there. I need to remember my boundaries, which is not to go too far. Yeah, there we go. Pretty much on point, not much to say. It makes him look cooler. So I decided to say, no, take this seriously. Yeah, I like the fact that now he's like, please, just please take this seriously. Because the whole point is you're being a dick here. You're being an ass. A butt wipe. So here I clarify a bit more. It says, yes, this is possible, but we couldn't find his gun. So he probably still has it. You know. Oh wait, why am I putting this here? This is you talking. Whoops. You wouldn't say exactly to yourself like that. My arm. We're approaching we're actually past an hour, and we're almost there, probably? We're almost done with the investigation. Yeah, it's a bit simple, but I guess it works. Like, why is it called a stab? They're all cuts, not stabs. I like how at this point Bryce is like, Jesus Christ, come on. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty on point, and I guess that is the Dragon's version of Occam's Razor. Fucking Hasik, man. Doesn't he also like the person for that Anna question? Who knows? Yeah, he's just like, think outside that box of yours. Explore some options. It's a little bit sloppier, but it works, I guess. Yeah, I'm inserting a little bit of context here. Like, they're not as lethal compared to the... Because I don't know how to translate this properly. We'll see on the next run, whenever that is. I'll probably do it alone. Like, as I said, that's not really important. I don't get this fucking sentence at all. Like, them being defensive wounds does not mean they're not bad wounds. Like, why are you fucking mentioning this, Bryce? Whatever, I'll translate it directly. Jesus Christ, I just don't have much to say. I don't know much to say. I don't know anything to say. Oh my god! This investigation takes forever when you're trying to translate it. I'm sorry if I'm quiet, but this is just fucking... Oh. Hemophiliac. Yeah, I need to translate that with Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Oh, it's hemophilia. I mean, I know that much. Let's see how Dutch calls it. Hemophilie. I don't know how to... There we go. I love this one. I don't like how you don't get an answer down, because it's like the shitty answer you're going to pick because you're a dip. Man, I have to copy all these fucking things. Don't I have like a... No, if I can't access those menus. Unless I do this. How do I do this again? Like this? Ready and stand by. Actually, I like how that's an option, though. This isn't blood. Yeah, it doesn't mention the thing here, huh? I want to add something to that because there is something to be said about this statement, which is that why would he only clean up the trail? Like, the body is in the middle of the street. Unless you like left behind something. But even then, if you can clean the shit up, just clean up your evidence. And now he gets to copy paste some shit. Just says, yeah, I guess it doesn't work in Dutch, but it still kind of conveys sense of just no. He gets suicide +1, even though this is the end. Oh no, there's one more. There's one fucking more. You gotta come to see. Objection. Let's throw that in the machine. I imagine that a visual novel like that would have objection translated. Give me a moment. I'm gonna try something stupid. Oh, look at that! I found one! It's protest! So it technically works. Excuse me, I'm gonna place with Gesundheit. Just kind of like, what the hell? What are we protesting anyway? Ah, whatever. The thing is, I mentioned, like, these... In that fucking stupid Evil Land game, sure you have these, but these are like, what, a couple of tiny lines of text? Also here, like, I like how the shake is actually written out. But yeah, here, it's like 1, 2 lines of, 1, 2, 3 lines of text, and they're very small lines of text, and then it immediately just goes on. It doesn't linger, it doesn't give a shit, it doesn't have two frames, god damn it. Like, the other problem is Evil Land also points out, oh, they're so scripted. Don't do that! I decided to put "what do you think" instead of "you tell me" because, I don't know. So, oh god, this button's kind of broken. Or at least it acts up a bunch. So he, instead of saying "don't be silly," he says "stay serious," player name. Like he's giving you a stern talking to. He's being a stern boy. What's Bryce's last character? I don't know. I think he's actually off the screen at this point, so he'd just be like, stay serious. I know this is a big change, or seems like a big change, but it kind of captures the idea. And the name is sort of like, listen, no. Like at this point, Bryce, either sick of your shit or not. I love how this gets you 2 points too. I decided to cut this one in a bit. It's just like, yeah, it could be. Yeah, that probably could have been true, but there would have been more blood if that was true. It kind of like, I don't know, I think the sentences can be shortened in, or at least in Dutch it works very fine like this. Sometimes sentences just get weirded out, and other times they get spread out. We've seen all of them. Fun thing about sample. It's called monster, which also means monster. What? Fucking Dutch, man. Sometimes I just wiggle my finger disappointingly at you. Oh, I already did this one. American lag. Ah, it's still good. You know, it's a good joke when I'm still laughing. Also, there need to be periods. Here's Sass. I'm gonna give him 3 months. Like, nah, it actually means fine, but it usually means like, it's all right. You did great. You did fine. Good boy. You're a good boy. I'm gonna make this netjes. It means you've done something proper. And then this is like, well done. It's like, wee! Actually, we're very close to the bottom. What the hell's going on here? I think this is, yeah, this is mostly a bunch of crap. We're almost there. I don't know why these are like this. I think they're always referred to as numbers later. Although I guess it's easier since you can just translate the numbers out of it if you keep it steady. But that's the thing, is in a proper sequence you can make it an enum with a value. So you can be like, yeah, it could be like high is like 9 and normal is 6 or something, you know, instead of this roundabout way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this is pretty much on point. Although he doesn't have the... Yep, that's fine. Is the investigation music ever gonna fucking end? I'm sick and tired of it. And that goes creepos. Oh wow, the file names aren't even overlapping with it. Lol. Lol 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 lol. I love how at some point I'm literally just learning Dutch again. I'm learning little tips and tricks and clumsy things again, and it feels so weird. That like, oh well, instead of situations, you just say the circumstances. That's the way you phrase that. Ah, this sounds very crass though, but I guess it works. I guess this would be better. Mevrouw. Okay, mevrouw. This is a hard one to get right. Why am I called the human? There's two of them. I feel so fucking bad. Just Adine, sad, and disappoint are the worst things. Ah! So here I say, I'm going to rephrase this a bit because I have a name, you know. That's an Englishism. I'm just going to make it, I have a name. And then she says, yes, you have one, but I don't know it. Can I know it? I think it's cute. It's these kind of changes that are not drastic. They don't drastically change things, but they're sufficient that someone who's Dutch is like, ooh, that's Dutch. That's not an English direct translation because no English person's going to fucking talk like that, especially not if they're being sassy. Although it hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much. It makes my hand explode with anger and sadness. It's like she becomes all. Yeah, Dean already introduced herself when you met her. Hmm. There we go. It's a bit of a change. I'm not really convinced, to be honest. Just to give that same semblance of like, ah. There we go. Like the reason I'm doing this is, I don't know. It's like you're using this as I don't know. The way it works is it's not really a noun. It's like a name definition you're trying to change. And to me, it's like, yeah, you got to put some quotation marks on it. For some reason, the story never ever uses these too much. Apostrophes are almost entirely limited to when it's necessary for the lines. It's kind of weird. You're such fun is really what this says. Um, I don't know how to translate that. Oh, you. Oh, yay. Like, in some ways, it sounds too English. But at some points, that's kind of how those things work out. And that's the part that bothers me the most, if anything. So here, I'm going to add the fact that Bryce said you were here during delivery. Actually, no. Let's keep the writer feeling smart, because to some extent that would be a correction that I'm not allowed to make. And secondly, you feel smart if you figure it out on your own. Like, oh yeah, you mentioned that. I think a trouwens is better suited here. So here's something funny. This is when you say eng, it's eng, but here it's aange. Dutch, get your shit together. Moving on with video games. I like how the way this is set up. On one hand, you're like, oh, Adina's just promoting a restaurant. But you get the subtle hint that she's actually just wanted to be with you. She's like, ooh. She's like, you can always try something different. Like, I don't know. Is Adine just trying to be friends? Is Adine just trying to get close? I don't know. I already feel sick and tired of all these bad answers. It's why I want to do Adine last. I want to do Bryce and Sebastian yeah, Bryce and Sebastian. Because one, Bryce is ending, holy shit, so kinky, and two, Adine, oh my god, so sad. And then there's Remy, who's also sad. Although I think you can't ruin Remy. Like, Remy, at some point, you cannot ruin him anymore. That's kind of interesting. I think, yeah, there's a bunch of dates which you cannot fail. Primarily because the story really doesn't allow for it, but whatever. This is pretty cool. It's almost a slogan. Gewoon bellen, bestellen en we bezorgen bij je deur. That sounds almost like a slogan because it's got 3 B's. Bellen, bestellen, bezorgen. Yeah. Thuis bezorgd erbij. That's Krusty Krab pizza. Oh man, I can't do that. One sad thing is that as much as the SpongeBob translation does feature some pretty good fucking shit, the one thing that always disappointed me is that Mr. Krabs' high notes in the very first Christmas to me does not happen in the Dutch version. But I did learn the word aprakwant, which I don't think is a word. Yeah, there's not a word. So there's a point where Squidward mentions that his house looks like an aprakwant. Because he's like, doe niet zo aangebrand. I think that's a word they just made up because they needed it to rhyme. Because who knows what the fucking opera... Maybe it's a thing that's like one of those words you have to know how to spell. Like it's with a Q or something like that. What? Let's make that go away. Protests. That's cool. There's one. There's just one. Ah, oh, thank God. I also would have gone for the shitty option. So I changed this a bit, but it's to convey the meaning. Why the hell would she immediately offer to take the number? So here I'm like, oh, if you liked it, you can come again. But you can also order in case you're too busy, which is delivered to your door. You know, like okay, so here's like you can also order it, will deliver to your door in case you're busy. Here's the number. It feels a little more organic this way, and it kind of works better. Like here's like, why are you immediately giving the number? Why? What do you know? And here it's more like, hey, you can come again. I don't know. I just feel this works better. The general context is still there. Because she's still like, oh, we deliver. Like, I'm not adding any context. She's still like, oh, we can deliver it in case you want to come in. But the order here feels weird. She offers you the number and then offers a justification for why you'd want the number. It doesn't make sense to me. And here it's the other way around. It's like, oh, well, you can order. You can come again. And if you can't, here's the number. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky. Charm and flavor. I'm making these all slightly bit different, just for the shits of it. Actually, hier is ons nummer, because you're referring to the establishment you work at. And Sebastian's like, God, just move! We ain't got all day! Get to the chopper. We don't have a chopper, just get in the chopper! And he just pushes them in. He pushes them down a sewer hole. And then yours, and the sewer takes off. The whole sewer system lifts up from the city. It's a giant helicopter. So this is, I changed this a little bit. Also, I do think that sorry does in fact only appear in the... Shit. Wait, what? Ah, fuck. Well, guess we're going on a grand tour. Did he save 12? So I'm like, oh, sorry, I think his patience is running out. Let's go. Bye-bye. Like, I know this is adding a bit of context, but I guess we should be going. I don't know. I think it's cuter this way. If there are problems with this, it'll come out on the second pass. Maybe on the second pass I'll be like, that's a little too playful with the text. Like, Sebastian's clearly like, eh. I think actually Sebastian does have like a, yeah, he clears his throat. Yeah. So this is fine. It's not any context, although it does explain the context a bit. Is it geduld with a day or a day? It's not like related to the cough skip, but it is. Yeah, geduld. Fuck. I gotta check for that one too. I didn't do it wrong. Yay. And then Maverick slides into frame. My home planet needs me! Whoop! He slides into frame. Wait, his neighbor already knows? Yeah. So this is like, might I add, it's a bit sassy. So I'm going with it's mandatory leave. In case you forgot that detail, it's trying to. It's kind of like Bryce does not really want him here. I mean, he says, "Oh fucking no." I think Bryce is in the mood for this kind of sass. I think he's got that kind of sass waiting for him. And now they have all this fucking talk. Oh, I like this one. Just as a just as a civilian on a healthy, healing walk in fresh air that suddenly noticed a crime scene and happened to be curious. Ah, this is great. I like this one, especially this part. Ah, I just love these. I love these little. Ooh, they're so sexy. So this is pretty interesting. So I guess the implication here is that Bryce is much more concerned with the political affairs than anything else. So he's like, I don't want anything. I just find it interesting that no one tells me anything. And the prime suspect's best friend can mess with the evidence. In Dutch, this is a little looser. Um, I mean, a better way to put it, I guess, a better way to put it is that he's close to the evidence at all. But and he says, I see what you want. I see what what Bryce in specific is wanting. Yep, this is basically just that. So here I said, don't think of any over. Yeah. So the reason I'm doing this is that it works here. It's a little looser than it should be. Oh, I think this one looks better. I'm not making up conclusions. I'm not making up conclusions. That dead body is a conclusion ready to be picked up. So I like this because it's that kind of police sass that you get in shows. It works very well. And now I go back to Bryce. I mean, he just whipped us with the tail. It's not that bad. I love this. If you said to Bryce that this could be punishment of death, this line feels super fucking sharp. It's like, oh my god, Bryce knows that Maverick is fucked. Ick. So this needs to be split up. Because I think it needs to be split up here too. Because me attack is one, broken English, and two, not how that sentence structure work. The idea is me, and then you ask, you're sort of brick building a sentence with different sentences. Okay, so this works well. Me attack them. It's the other way around here. So far, I'm the only one with a wound. Instead of as far as I could see. I mean, you get the point. That having been said, Maverick, there's a corpse on the floor! I think people have attacked everyone. Although it's the same person. Yeah, whatever. Besides that, I'm sorry I'm the only one who was doing this damn job. It's really what this comes down to. I did use the lighter version. Because a lot of those damn things in Dutch really only work if you use God with it. Like, I think it's that one. Yeah, so it's technically damn, but it doesn't have that punch without God involved. We call it the God clause. You're not in trouble if there's no God. That should be called the atheist clause, but the atheist got upset and was like, we don't believe in God, so you can't do that. It doesn't work like that. We'd just be like, why would you insert that? Doesn't mean nothing. And the big discussion raged on for years, until the country was split in twain. So there we go. He's like, okay, let's just all comfortably wait around and lie around while the suspect is running around and preparing his next attack. Like, I add a little extra zest to this, make him a little extra because he's already pretty fucking angry. So making that anger translate's important. Nothing new is added here. I mean, this is all just figurative speech more than it is like a direct literal accusation, so that's fine. That's the fun thing with figurative speech is I can do whatever I want as long as it doesn't overstay whatever the welcome is, you know? So this sentence is very different. He says, if you weren't there, then Reza could have explained everything to me about what he was talking about. It's a little bit different. There. So if you hadn't showed up, then okay, yeah, it's basically the same sentence, but it looks a bit different because of how Dutch works. There you go. From everyone in this world, you're the last person's belittling commentary I want to hear. Which works well because it's a kleineren commentaar. Wink, wink. Ah, I just love it. Fuck, 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 fuckity, fuck, fuck, fuck face. Didn't some dude make a mod where you could date Maverick? At this point, I don't want to date Maverick. He seems like a complete and total tool. I mean, he's right in the end, but he's only right because of coincidences. If anything, if Maverick was such a useful peon, Izumi would have probably involved him more. Heck, why does Izumi only talk to the humans? My heater's on. That explains why my water tastes weird. Pretty much on point, nothing to say there. I like how enough works in both languages, just fine. So this sentence is a bit weird. I'll do it on the second pass better. Say, enough! You're not even supposed to be here, Maverick! Rick, so you can better go home and get some rest, or I'll dish out a disciplinary punishment. And now we go back to bass guitar. Let's turn it on because I'm being too quiet anyway. So this is just, if he doesn't get in our way for the voetelopen, then I can't see how he spends his free time. Yeah, this ick thing. Yeah, it's a little looser. It's like, I just don't think he's going to be impartial in this investigation. I need to change that. The standard of investigation is kind of the point here. So this is some slight changes. He's already set his head to it. He already made up his mind. He's not looking for facts, but for support for his theory. Whatever that is for us, the support. Or to convince himself, I don't know. It carries the idea and sense. We're almost there! Wow, we're almost there! Woo! So here's the funny thing. Reza doesn't show up until the fucking end of the game. I understand that Izumi is trying to make the point. Like, there's a whole point where Izumi is doing what Reza should be doing. And that's a massive part of the story. That Izumi is fucking over every possibility for this to resolve properly, because she has a very specific way she wants to resolve it. But come the fuck on. Your house is not protected after this day. Reza could just come to your house pretty easily if he knows how to avoid flyers. Which, considering what he's done, he probably can! I mean, the definition of murder kind of requires the dragons are considered to be murderable and not slaughterable. None to say here. Although he says add to whatever, or whatever, instead of anything else. Almost there! Woo! And there we go. I like how you have to meet someone. Like, you need to meet up with at least one dragon, I guess. That's weird. I don't know, but I think this song is forever going to just stick with me as the song this game is. And I hate it. I'm so sad. I'm fucking sad, man. Oh. And there we go! Wait, oh yeah, no, it was just something with Sebastian. Some shit with Sebastian apparently blew up. That was hilarious. Now I gotta go to the fucking relevant sentences. I can't take this anymore. I can't fucking take this. No! Please shut up. All I can think about is everything I ruined. And it makes me such a sad boy. I just realized. It is Misching with two S's. Well, look at smart old me being a smart boy. Fuck yeah! Where am I looking for? Oh, in my translation. We have quite a lot on our hands now. This is weird, but there is the heat of the battle. That does technically work. Technically not, though, because the Dutch don't do death punishments. Ever. Ever! Which makes a huge fucking question. Why the hell are your characters allowed to say that? Because even the death penalty in America is pretty funky. That's why I don't know how to write this. Because this shit has never come up in the Netherlands. I think I know how to say this. There you go. Okay, here's one of the more nuanced sentences I put in there. This is not that one. There you go. Here's the problem. Any fucking you reference in this entire fucking game, I have to write in the options as a singular. But it could, because for the most part, I don't think it ever comes up as plural. But contextually, it might mean plural. But fuck you, English. Ugh. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this so fucking. Ah! Yeah, this is kind of hard to translate properly. So the reason I have to write it like this is clumsy as fuck, but the reason is that if this comes up ever again, I need to make sure that it's future-proof, and that sucks. The funny thing is, in Dutch, you can actually just refer to as a gun as a weapon, and that just happens a lot too. Like, gun references in Dutch are just kind of yeah. I think it's actually consistent across English as well. I don't know how to put this. This is fucking just a hard sentence. So here I think I did something. 3, 3, 6, 7. I don't think Wond is correct though. Actually, it is. And it's Wonden. See, this is why. This is fucking why, man. I thought Wondus was correct, but I guess not. Guess I'm a big old-fashioned dipshit who really needs to know shit. And that's that. Yay! Oh my god! Gum disease. Gingivitis! Oh, let's just throw it in here, see if that works. Gum disease. Tandvleesziekte. I was gonna put in he had issues with his teeth, with his gums. Where does that fucking hell, man? This is such work. Cool. Oh yeah, because yeah, that's how that works. Ba-dee-ba-doo-ba, my nose, ow. I could just make this ruder, but at this point I'm just gonna be like, just go away. Ah, guess so. Guess video games just happened. Who knows? Ah, man. Now this is kind of hard to capture properly. I don't know. Fuck, this doesn't translate properly. At least not in the way that it needs to. Jesus fucking Christ, this is hard to do. So, what we're trying to get is to meet, as in to come together. The problem is, that sounds a bit klutzy. Like the one I'm thinking of is Kennismaka. The to become acquainted to know someone's name and all that kind of stuff. I think I know a good one. I gotta check something though. Calamero. Yeah, I figured as much. So these all kind of glue together. Meet with a store clerk. What? I mean, this is so much shorter already, just in terms of everything. Like, it's a lot more short stuff. It's a lot more easy to do crap. Thank fucking God, Chapter 2 is going to be easy. But I think I'm going to do all the... No. I'm going to pick up whatever the fuck the creator said you should do. I'll always be holding hands some things. Like, this is the best. Like, this is such a generic term that doesn't work well. Like, it works well enough. I guess. I don't know. So here's a problem I have. And I want to be honest about this one before we finish off this video, because we're done with Chapter 1. Whee! Where is it? Yeah. So this is fucking just the worst. Is if you are a dick to her immediately, I don't want to do this. So I think it's important that we just do this one as soon as possible, because this is the worst. Adine's first one is like, Jesus Christ, it hurts. I think Anna kind of hurts too, because she's like, oh, come on. Really? Wow, bite into a lemon is the last option. I wish that the bad options were first and it built itself up to the good options, because I cannot handle the fact that... You know what? I'm just going to cry. How about that one? Ah! Stupid, shitty game that I... Ah! Stupid emotional game.